kisses in softer tones that time could not sustain, like words we thought would always mean the same. At the moment they felt certain, like they would never break. But distance has a way of changing what we make. I still remember how we said them, like they were carved in there. But now they feel like echoes somewhere. I thought that if we meant them, they would stay intact. But even truth can fracture looking back. These are empty promises now, still hanging in my mind. A fragile kind of memory I can't unwind. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything we swore to, me and you. I walk through days that feel unsteady, like nothing holds its place, as if the world forgot the shape of grace. Even simple conversations feel heavier than before, like every word I hear just leads to more. The past keeps slipping into present without permission or sound, like something I can't leave behind. I thought that time would soften it and take the weight away, but some promises don't fade, they stay. These are empty promises now that never fade to dust, a quiet kind of breaking in trust. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to all the words we never kept back then. Maybe love was built on moments that couldn't hold their shape, a fragile kind of future we escape. And maybe I was never ready to see them fall apart, so I keep all these promises in my heart. Now I don't try to fix them, I let them be, because even broken promises teach me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we were, a love that slowly turned into blur. And somewhere in those empty echoes, you still remain, a fragile kind of promise in my pain. These are empty promises now that never go away, a quiet kind of memory these empty promises, it's true. We are not who we used to be, but not completely gone. Just something in between the lines, moving on. The shape of us has changed its form without a clear goodbye, like something slowly learning how to survive. I still recognize your silence in the way you look away, as if we're both avoiding yesterday. I thought we'd stay the same forever, like time would not erase. But even love reshapes itself with space. Look at what we become now, not broken, not whole, just pieces of a story we don't control. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows our name. A love that changed its meaning, but stayed. We speak in softer conversations, careful what we show, like we're afraid of where the truth might go. Even memories feel different when I think of you and me, like they belong to someone else I see. The world keeps moving like it always did, but we don't move the same, like something in our rhythm changed. I thought that endings would be final, but this is not the end, just something we can't fully defend. Look at what we become now, no beginning, no last line, just quiet transformations over time. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay in one fixed place. It bends and shifts and learns its shape. And maybe I was never ready for something so unclear, so I keep what we become here. Because even changing love becomes a quiet witness to what we are. A love that didn't vanish, but scar. And somewhere in what we became, you still feel near. A fragile kind of distance I keep here. Look at what we become now, still standing in between. A quiet kind of ending, unseen. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. What we become is true. Watch the night begin to fade without a sound or sign. Like everything we built together was left behind in time. The colors of the room grow pale, like fading photographs, and even memories start to lose their path. I try to hold on to the details, but they slip through my hands like water running through the lines I planned. I know nothing stays the same forever. Even love must change its shape. But some goodbyes don't arrive, they just escape. It's a slow dissolve of feeling that I cannot control. A quiet kind of breaking in the soul. And every echo in the silence feels like it understands. A love that slowly vanishes from my hands. I walk through days that feel less certain, like edges wearing thin, as if the world forgot the place I've been. Your voice appears in distant echoes, then fades before I reach, like something just beyond my grasp and speech. The city moves without me noticing. Time doesn't look behind, but I'm still standing in the place you left behind. I thought I'd feel it ending clearly, like a door would gently close. But endings often happen without shows. It's a slow dissolve of memory that lingers in my chest. A quiet kind of losing what I loved best. And every time the sound returns, it brings you back again to everything that slowly storm. And maybe I was never ready to watch it disappear, so I keep living in the fading you left here. Now I don't fight the fading anymore, I let it be. Because even disappearing love belongs to me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that slowly softens into stains. And somewhere in the dissolving silence, you still exist, a fragile kind of memory I can't resist. It's a slow dissolve of feeling that never really ends, just echoes of a story that pretends. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you in the slow dissolve. I do. I wake up and I act the same, like nothing ever changed. But everything I feel inside has rearranged. I answer questions with a smile that doesn't mean a thing, just habits I keep using to keep everything. The world keeps moving past my face without a second glance, as if I'm just another part of circumstance. I thought it would be obvious the way I'm coming undone, but even pain can hide itself from everyone. No one notices the quiet fall that happens in my chest, a silent kind of breaking I suppress. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows my name, but no one else can hear it just the same. I walk through days like I'm transparent, like I'm not really here, watching life go on without me, clear. Even voices in the distance don't reach where I stand, like I'm just holding emptiness in my hand. The hours pass without permission, they don't ask me to stay, they just keep taking pieces away. I thought someone each night. Now I don't expect to be seen. I let it go, because even invisible things still grow. The night becomes a quiet witness to what I hide, a love that broke in silence inside. And somewhere in that unseen space, you still remain, a fragile kind of presence in my strain. No one notices the quiet fall, but I feel every part, a silent kind of ending in my heart. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you, even if no one notices. It's true. I try to fill the space you left behind with ordinary days, but everything I do still finds your ways. Even silence feels familiar now, like it knows your name, as if it never learned to change. I smile when people talk to me, like I'm still the same inside, but they don't see what I keep tonight. I told myself I'd move ahead, that I would be okay, but missing you doesn't fade that way. I'm still missing you in quiet ways that never disappear, a gentle kind of absence I keep near. And every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me through to everything I never stopped with you. I walk through places we once shared, like nothing ever was, but every corner keeps your shape, because even time doesn't erase it, it only softens lines. But what we had still lives inside my mind. The world keeps speaking like it knows, but I don't hear the same. Everything feels incomplete without your name. I thought the distance would be healing, that space would set me free, but missing you became part of me. I'm still missing you in quiet ways that no one ever sees, a silent kind of longing from something warm and real to storm. And maybe I was never ready to let it drift away, so I keep missing you each day. Now I don't try to fight it, I let it stay, because even missing you has its way. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that still exists in chains. And somewhere in the missing distance, you still feel true, a quiet kind of memory I go through. I'm still missing you in quiet ways that never let me go, a fading kind of feeling I know. And if the world forgets the reason I still hold on to you, I'm still missing you. It's true. There's a quiet between us now that wasn't there before, like something changed the air we breathe and closed the door. We speak in shorter conversations, careful not to break the fragile peace we try to keep awake. Even simple words feel heavier, like they have to choose between the truth we used to share or lose. I thought silence would feel easier, like space would make things clear. But silence only shows me you're still here. It's this quiet between us now that says what we won't say, a distance built from everything we couldn't face. And every echo in the silence feels like it understands a love that slowly slips away from hands. We pass each other like familiar strangers in the room, with memories that quietly resume. Nothing is completely broken, nothing is repaired, just something missing in the way we cared. The days continue like they should, but something feels off key, like we forgot how to be. We we'd find a way to fix the space that grew between. But some distances are built unseen. It's this quiet between us now that never goes away, a silent kind of ending every day. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back to when we didn't need to think back then. Maybe love doesn't always break with shouting or with tears. Sometimes it just dissolves through years. And maybe I was never ready to watch it drift apart, so I keep this quiet between us in my heart. Now I don't try to fill it, I let it be, because even quiet distance speaks to me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that never vanished but refrains. And somewhere in that silence, you still stay true, a fragile kind of distance between me and you. It's this quiet between us now that never fades away, a soft and endless ending every day. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you inside this quiet between us. It's true. I stand at what feels like the ending, without a final word, just everything we never fixed or heard. The space between us feels familiar, like it learned our shape, a quiet kind of distance we can't escape. I don't reach out the way I used to, I've learned to let it be. But letting go is not the same as free. I thought we'd find a way to meet halfway in the dark, but even love can miss its mark. It's one last distance between us now that time cannot erase, a final kind of silence in its place. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of of everything we lost in us, me and you. We talk like nothing really happened, but everything has changed, like something in our story rearranged. Even simple moments feel uncertain, like they don't know our name, as if we're still together, but not the same. The world keeps moving past us gently, without a second glance, but we are standing in the middle of what we had by chance. I thought that we could fix it if we just stayed around, but some distances don't close once they're found. It's one last distance between us now that grows with every day, a quiet kind of ending in its way. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay aligned and still. It bends and breaks in ways we feel. And maybe I was never ready to watch it fall apart, so I carry this last distance in my heart. Now I don't try to cross it, I let it stand, because even final distances are planned. The night becomes a quiet witness to what we knew, a love that ended softly but grew. And somewhere in that ending space, you still remain, a fragile kind of distance in my pain. It's one last distance between us now that never goes away, a quiet kind of silence every day. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. This one last distance is true. The night is almost over now, but I'm still wide awake, watching shadows lose their shape with every breath I take. Your absence sits in quiet corners I cannot ignore, like like something warm that used to live here before. I tell myself I'll be alright, that this will pass in time, but some feelings don't dissolve, they only realign. I thought the morning would be kinder, that light would make things clear, but even daylight carries traces of you near. It's just a fading afterglow of everything we were, a quiet kind of ending I still prefer. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows my name, a soft reminder of the love that changed. I move through hours without direction, just letting time unfold, but every moment feels a little less bold. The world keeps speaking in its rhythm, but I don't hear the same, like everything has lost its meaning without your name. Even the air feels unfamiliar, like it forgot the past, as if nothing I held tightly could last. I thought I'd find a way to fix it by waiting through the night, but waiting only stretches the light. It's just a fading afterglow that never fully leaves, a quiet kind of memory it believes. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to all the love that slipped away back then. Maybe love was just a moment that couldn't stay in place, a beautiful illusion time erased. And maybe I was never ready to watch it drift apart, so I keep its fading afterglow in my heart. Now I don't try to chase the feeling, I let it fade, 'cause even disappearing light has its shade. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that slowly softens into stains. And somewhere in the fading distance, you still appear, a fragile kind of afterlight I keep near. It's just a fading afterglow that lingers in my chest, a quiet kind of sorrow I can't rest. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. Inside this fading afterglow, it's true. We ran out of words to hold us somewhere along the way. What used to feel so certain started to decay. Now every conversation ends before it really starts, like we're just carefully avoiding our parts. Even silence feels rehearsed now, like we already know that anything we try to say won't go. I thought we'd find the right words to fix what slipped away, but some things lose their language along the way. There's nothing left to say now, no reason to pretend. A quiet kind of ending that won't mend, and every echo in the silence still carries what we knew. A love that slowly stopped being true. I see you in the smallest gestures we no longer repeat, like echoes of a rhythm incomplete. Even time feels less important, like it doesn't care that everything we built is still half there. The world keeps speaking in full sentences, but we don't speak the same. Like every word we almost say turns tame. I thought that talking might restore us, but talking made it clear that some connections fade while still near. There's nothing left to say now, just silence in between. A quiet kind of distance, unseen. And every time the sound returns, it pulls me back again to everything we lost in words back then. Maybe love doesn't need answers to know it's gone. It just stops speaking softly and moves on. And maybe I was never ready for what would come to be, so I keep all our silence in me. to say. It's true. I've been drifting through the hours without a place to land. Like every step I take is slipping through my hand. The world keeps moving in its rhythm, but I fall out of time, as if I lost the part of me that used to align. Even silence feels less empty than it used to be before, because now it only reminds me what I'm searching for. I thought I'd find my balance if I just kept moving on, but drifting doesn't end when you're gone. I'm just drifting without you now, through spaces undefined, a quiet kind of emptiness inside my mind. And every echo in the silence feels like it pulls me through to all the pieces of myself I lost with you. I pass through days like passing shadows without leaving a trace, like I'm a stranger to the moments I face. Even time feels unreliable, it bends without a plan, like nothing ever holds its shape in my hand. The city lights look unfamiliar, like they've forgotten me, as if I'm just a passing thought at sea. I thought that I would feel direction once I let you go, but drifting only shows me what I know. I'm just drifting without you now, no anchor, no reply, a quiet kind of motion passing by. And every time the sound returns, it drags me back again to everything I lost in you back then. Maybe love was just a harbor I never learned to stay, and maybe I was never ready to drift away. So I carry every distance inside my chest, a wandering kind of silence, I confess. Now I don't try to stop it, I let let it be, because even drifting endlessly is part of me. The night becomes a quiet ocean without a shore in sight. A love that never taught me how to write. And somewhere in the moving distance, you still feel near. A fragile kind of memory I hold dear. I'm just drifting without you now, through everything I knew. A fading kind of journey without you. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on true. I'm still drifting without you. It's you. It's you. I look for traces in the silence of what we used to be, but all I find are empty spaces between you and me. The world keeps acting like it's normal, like nothing ever changed, but everything inside me feels rearranged. I carry fragments of your presence in ways I can't explain. A gentle kind of memory that stays. I thought that I would lose you fully with enough time apart, but some connections don't erase the heart. This is what remains of us now, a quiet aftertone, a soft and fading echo, all alone. And every sound that slips through silence feels like it knows my name. A love that never really left, changed. I walk through days that feel familiar, but something isn't right. Like part of me is missing from the light. Even simple conversations feel half of what they were, like words forgot the meaning of her. The world keeps turning like it should, but I don't feel the spin. Like I'm still somewhere in between. And then I thought I'd reach a final place where everything would end, but some beginnings never suspend. This is what remains of us now. No beginning, no end, just echoes of a feeling I defend. And every time the sound returns, it takes me back again memory I keep here. This is what remains of us now, still lingering in time, a quiet kind of ending that won't climb. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. What remains of us is true. I said I'm fine, but that's not honest. It's just the way I cope. Some days I speak in easy answers to hide the hope. The mirror shows a softer stranger I barely recognize, with quiet cracks beneath the surface in my eyes. I keep my voice controlled and steady, so no one sees the strain. But silence has a way of leaking through the pain. I thought I'd learn to keep it buried, to lock it all away. But feelings don't obey the rules I say. It's a quiet breakdown happening behind a steady face, a slow collapse of everything I can't replace. And every echo in the silence feels like it knows the truth of everything I lost in you. I move through rooms like I'm invisible inside my own life, cutting through the smallest moments like a knife. The world keeps talking all around me, but I don't hear a thing, like I'm existing on the edges of everything. Even memories arrive too loudly, then fade too fast again, like broken fragments of a time back then. I told myself I'd stay composed, that I would not fall apart. But some emotions break through walls in the heart. It's a quiet breakdown happening in places no one sees, a storm that never makes a sound but freeze. And every time the sound returns, it drags me underneath to everything I never said beneath. Maybe love was never simple, it fractures over time, leaving pieces of a feeling that won't align. And maybe I was never ready to hold it all alone, so I carry every silence in my bones. the silence, I let it breathe. Because even broken moments teach me to leave. The night becomes a quiet witness to what I hide, a love that slowly turned inward inside. And somewhere in the breaking stillness, you still remain, a fragile kind of memory in my pain. It's a quiet breakdown happening, but I stay standing still, a silent kind of ending that I feel. And if the world forgets the reason, I still remember you. Inside this quiet breakdown, it's true. After all this time, I still remember the way you used to stay, like nothing in the world could pull you away. I tried to rebuild my quiet life around what isn't there, but every corner of my mind still knows you were there. The days move forward without asking if I'm ready to move on, as if the part of me you touched is gone. I told myself it would get lighter with every passing day, but some memories don't follow time's way. After all this time, I'm still holding what I never let go, a quiet kind of feeling that moves slow. And every echo in the silence still calls out your name, like nothing ever really changed. I've learned to live with empty moments that used to feel so full, like something warm has turned into something dull. Even laughter from the outside feels slightly out of place, like it forgot the shape of your face. The world keeps acting like it knows me, but I feel out of tune, like I'm still living in a moment too soon. I thought that I would be okay by now, I'd understand, but healing doesn't always go as planned. After all this time, I'm still searching for something left behind, a quiet kind of longing in my mind. And every time the sound returns, right here. Now I don't try to change it, I let it be. 'Cause even what is gone is part of me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that softly lingers in my veins. And somewhere in the fading distance, you still feel true, a fragile kind of afterthought of you. After all this time, I'm still holding what never really ends, a quiet kind of memory that bends. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you. After all this time, it's true. I don't fight the feeling anymore, I let it stay with me, like something I was meant to keep. I'm free. The days don't heal the way they promised, they only rearrange the way I hold your memory through change. I carry you in quieter ways that no one ever sees, a gentle kind of weight in me. I thought the time would take you out of everything I knew, but time just taught me how to live with you. I'll hold on until it fades, if it ever really does, a soft and steady breaking of us. And every echo in the silence feels like it understands, a love that never leaves me, but it can't stand. I walk through life without a hurry, just moving through the stream, like everything I touch now is less than it seems. Even happiness feels distant, like it doesn't know my name, as if I'm not the same again. The world keeps spinning like it always did, but I don't feel the turn, like I'm still waiting for a lesson to learn. I thought I'd reach a final moment where I would feel release, but nothing here is final, at least. I'll hold on until it fades, love was never built to leave without a trace. It stays inside the smallest space. And maybe I was never ready to say it's truly gone, so I keep holding on. I don't ask for answers, I let it be, because even fading love is part of me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that softly lingers in my veins. And somewhere in the fading light, you still exist, a fragile kind of memory I can't resist. I'll hold on until it fades, if fading ever comes, a quiet kind of ending, undone. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you until it fades. It's true.